$90 million says one thing about Leo Carlsson. His real life says something else. He's a quiet kid from Sweden. He's been open about his stutter, and off the ice, he still seems pretty normal. Even with all the contract noise, his life still comes back to family, routine, and the people around him. To get that, you've got to start in Karlstad. Leo Carlsson was born on December 26, 2004 in Karlstad, Sweden. If you know Swedish hockey, that's a real hockey place. Färjestad is based there, so the sport wasn't some distant dream. It was part of daily life. Rink time, local teams, cold buildings, all of it. He came up in the Färjestad system young, and that still shows now. He's not flashy off the ice, he's not loud, and he doesn't feel like one of those prospects built in a media lab. He feels normal, which is pretty rare once a guy becomes an NHL star. A lot of that came from home.
With our first selection, we are proud to select from Örebro, SHL, Leo Carlsson.
His dad Kenneth played pro hockey in Sweden and coached Leo when he was younger. His mom Camilla was right there through it too, and Leo grew up as the middle of three brothers with older brother Casper and younger brother Hugo. Casper even played minor pro hockey in Sweden too, so all three brothers came up in a house where hockey was just part of daily life.
Being there with my family, super special actually. You know, like it's a dream come true that me and my dad just joked about when I was a kid, like he might be getting drafted or whatever. So yeah, it was super special.
By all accounts, it didn't turn into some full-time movie speech about sacrifice and greatness. It just looked like steady support and a lot of work. And the best example came before the 2023 draft. Leo and his family flew from Stockholm to Newark. Storms killed the flights to Nashville, and he still had a second pre-draft interview with Anaheim the next morning. So, at 8 o'clock Monday night, they rented a minivan and drove through the night. Kenneth handled most of the 13 to 14-hour trip. Camilla and Leo's brother Casper took short turns, and they reached Nashville around 7 o'clock Tuesday morning just in time. Anaheim picked him second overall.
The Anaheim Ducks with the number 2 overall pick of this year's draft. There's Pat Verbeek with Gary Bettman.
With our first selection, we are proud to select from Örebro, SHL, Leo Carlsson.
And Leo called it a dream come true, something he and his dad used to joke about when he was a kid. That tracks with everything else about him. Nothing polished, nothing fake. Just a kid who actually lived the thing he used to talk about.
What did the moment feel like?
I don't really. I was kind of blacked out. I mean, a little surprised, but not surprised either. So it's kind of mixed feelings, but I'm super happy right now.
Another part of Leo that stands out is how open he is about his stutter. He said interviews started getting tough around age 15, and for a while, he felt nervous every time. He didn't hide it. He talked about it.
Be calm. It's the first thing. I think I stutter more when I'm, stressed. Trying to, talk fast and that stuff. So
worked with a speech therapist and called it a good experience. He also admitted it gets tougher when he's tired or talking fast, and he's joked that his whole family talks fast. So part of the job is just slowing down a little. That feels very Leo. No big speech, just, yeah, I talk very fast. I'm working on it. That helped other people too. His openness got tied to work with kids and the Friends organization. And at one Ducks event, he hosted more than 100 people connected to that group.
And how about this? Earlier this week, Anaheim Ducks star Leo Carlsson hosted a very special evening at the Honda Center for members of the stuttering community.
People there said his honesty helps cut the stigma around stuttering. And for kids watching, that means a lot. Once he got to Anaheim, people kept describing him the same way. Humble, easygoing, funny, relaxed. Leo even admitted he doesn't talk too much. Sounds about right. He's not trying to own the room. One Ducks voice even joked that if you didn't know he was Swedish, you'd think he was from Newport Beach. Backwards hat, laid-back look, just enough California creeping in. His girlfriend, Daniella Müller, changed Leo's off-ice routine in a simple way. They'd been together since his days in Sweden before the 2023 draft. Before any of the NHL stuff got this big. Before she moved to Anaheim, the relationship was long distance. Sweden to California, weird hours, a lot of calls, a lot of planning. Then she'd got there and his daily life got a lot more normal. Leo told Expressen that she gets him out of the house, and he said life got easier once she arrived because there was actually food ready at home, which apparently was not a strength the year before. He even admitted he was lazy. So, before Daniella, more meals out and more just figuring it out. After Daniella, more home life and more routine. At the same time, he knows the move was a lot for her. She came over from Sweden, and Leo admitted she probably misses home sometimes. He said she spends time with other players' partners, does gym mornings, hangs out during the day, and watches games. So she's built a routine too. It's better for him, but it's still a big move for her. Away from hockey, Leo sounds like a normal 20-year-old with an NHL contract attached to him. He's a big basketball fan, and that comes up a lot around the Ducks. Golf is in there too, because of course it is. And so are video games. That's kind of the point. You keep waiting for some wild luxury player hobby, and instead it's basketball, golf, games, hanging out, and food at home. His style is maybe the funniest part. In that wardrobe video, he flat out says he'd love to wear Crocs and sweatpants. Then somebody chirps him because he's basically wearing expensive sweatpants with cheap Crocs. And Leo just laughs and goes with it. He tries stuff on, gets teased about his head shape for glasses, and never sounds like a guy trying to sell himself as some fashion star. Then there's the money. Earlier on, Swedish reporting had his salary around 10.3 million Swedish kroner. That's Sweden's currency. Then the Flyers thrown out a 5-year, $90 million off sheet with an $18 million cap hit. And suddenly, everything around him gets louder fast. And we know where that ended up. What doesn't seem to change much is Leo himself. He stays private about the house, the car, and all the stuff people usually want to guess about. For a guy tied to that kind of money, he still comes off pretty unaffected. The contract noise gets loud, but he doesn't really act like a guy trying to turn his life into a show. That's probably the strangest part of the whole $90 million story. The number's insane. The headlines get loud, fans start arguing. And through all of it, Leo comes off like the same quiet guy who doesn't love talking about himself in the first place. Leo Carlsson's life really doesn't look like the superstar version people expect. It still comes back to family, routine, his stutter story, Daniella changing life at home, and a kid from Karlstad who seems way more comfortable in Crocs than in celebrity mode. Maybe that's why the whole offer sheet thing felt so strange around him. The money says superstar, the headlines say drama, but the person in the middle of it still looks like the same low-key guy who likes basketball, golf, video games, home-cooked food, and not talking more than he has to. Tell me what surprised you most, and if you enjoyed this Leo Carlsson lifestyle video, you're sure to like this one about Connor Bedard.